Motion does a lot more than just look cool. It guides and directs users around a page, draws attention where it matters most, can help tell your brand's story, and can add depth and interactivity to your site. And in Webflow, you can add motion visually, from single hover effects to multi-element animations in a sequence. We'll cover 3 options: CSS effects, interactions powered by GSAP, and motion integrations like Lottie, Rive, and Spline. Let's start with CSS effects. CSS effects involve styling states and are perfect for single-step changes. Think buttons that scale, or links that underline when hovered, or form fields that change color when focused. To set them up, we'll select an element on the canvas, like a button. Then, in the Style panel, click the drop-down and switch to a different state, like hover. Now we can adjust properties. We'll give this one a slightly lighter background color. Let's also add a transform and make it scale a little bigger at the same time. Something like 1.02 times its size should be nice and subtle. Then we can exit out of hover and add a short transform transition so the changes feel smooth when a visitor hovers in and out. The default value should work fine here. Even small touches like these make a big difference, the kind that makes your site feel polished, responsive, and human. That's a quick run-through of CSS effects. Let's move on. Interactions powered by GSAP let you build sequential, multi-step animations with advanced controls. You can create them in the Interactions panel, where you can use triggers like click, hover, page load, and scroll to start the animation. Then add actions to define what will happen. Set an instant change, play a Lottie animation, or any number of property changes that can happen over time. Then choose a target, the thing that will animate, a class, a single element, many elements, and more. Here, we've targeted our hero heading class, and we'll quickly animate properties for opacity and position by inputting from values, how they'll start. With this setup, the heading will fade in as it enters from the left. You can even add stagger to offset an action affecting multiple related elements, like our multiple heading lines with the same hero-heading base class. Then you can fine-tune everything by setting duration and easing. But you also get a timeline where you can visually adjust durations and full sequences. For example, here in our finished page load animation, we might add a little gap between our hero copy and our CTAs for emphasis. We'll go deeper into timeline animation in another video, but for now, just know this is the default way to build multi-step motion in Webflow. Okay, next up, motion integrations. Webflow supports animations from tools like Lottie, Spline, and Rive. Lottie animations are vector-based. You can create them in a program like After Effects and export them to be Webflow ready. And as we saw a minute ago, you can use GSAP-powered interactions to trigger them to play at certain events, like when a user hovers or clicks. They're great for things like these animated drop-down icons on our FAQs, or this animated checkmark that shows after form submission. And Rive, that lets you create interactive animations, ones that respond to input. Think backgrounds that change as you mouse over them, or illustrations that playfully morph and respond to clicks. With Spline, you can bring interactive 3D elements into your design. Add dimension and immerse visitors with rotating product mockups. Or create 3D graphics that respond when moused over. Together, these integrations open up even more ways of expressing your site's story through motion. All right, let's wrap up. Here's what we covered. CSS effects are great for single-step motions, like links that underline or images that brighten and scale when hovered over. Interactions powered by GSAP are ideal for multi-step animations, all controlled on a visual timeline. And integrations like Lottie, Rive, and Spline can add more customizations, interactivity, or depth. Which one you choose depends on your goal, from a subtle hover effect to a fully animated story.